And introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 61.6 kilograms and trains under Eugene Behrman out of City Kickboxing in Auckland, New Zealand. With a 4-fight professional career for 1 win, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Nick Thornton! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 61.2 kilograms and trains under Ben Vickers out of Scrappy MMA in Perth, Western Australia. With a 5-fight professional career with 3 wins for just 2 defeats, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Lerone Toby Meech!
Here at the HBF Stadium in Perth, it's Nick Thornton versus Toby Meech, round 1, and here we go. Straight into it, Ben. Once again, this matchup proudly brought to you by proper number 12 Irish whiskey. And Toby Meech pressing forward already.
I love how Toby started this fight. This is exactly how I wanted him to start the fight. Just get in Nick's face, grapple. Toby's strong. Absolutely. I want him to get his hands on his opponent and let him feel that strength early. So he listens, which is good.
It most certainly helps, especially when you're in the corner, as you can see there, Ryan Gray. No doubt he'll be giving his 2 cents to Toby at this stage. He's fought the best in the business, has Toby, like we said. His last bout was against Sam Hibbert for that Eternal Bantamweight Championship. James Sargison, very tough opponent, back at Eternal 55, and even the man they call Lockjaw these days, Justin Van Heerden, went toe-to-toe with the Springbok at Eternal 54 back in October of 2020, but he's here now in Perth, Western Australia, and he's starting to make a statement.
There, yeah, great start from Toby. Toby, like I said in the walkout, it came to my attention in the James Sargent fight. James Sargent, a phenomenal grappler.
Absolutely, yes.
Toby had to weather a storm in that fight. He had his back taken, and he actually dislocated his shoulder during that exchange, and he couldn't defend. He could only defend with one arm, and then he managed to pop himself out and pop his shoulder back in. Big shot there from Tobes. And then actually came around to turn it around, split James open big, and then managed to stop the fight in the second round. So I knew the kid had heart and he was tough, and then seeing him in the training room every day, he's determined and he wants this. He wants this real bad. He moved from one side of the country to the other to pursue his training further, and I'm grateful he did that.
Oh, absolutely, and for good reason, Ben. I mean, we speak so much about City Kickboxing and the experience and talent they have within those walls. Nonetheless, you yourself at Scrappy MMA, plenty of mixed martial artists making their statement on the world stage as well. And this is where Toby's best.
This is his favourite position. When he gets on your neck, it's a dangerous time, but Nick's done really well there, showing his credentials as a BJJ brown belt, not panicking. Great fight. Both boys are getting after it. When they throw, they're throwing hard. Again, as you'd expect, Toby's just catching Nick. But here comes those kicks, and
well, Nick Thornton doing a good job so far.
He's got a different kind of style, and it's going to take Toby a while to work that out. He's definitely the bigger man as well. Got a big reach. He's very straight lines, though. If Tobes takes his time, gets his head off the centre line, he could have some success. And this is a... Ooh, I can't tell if they're slipping on the canvas or these shots are catching, but I'm going to go with a slip. It didn't look like anything too substantial.
No, he's not giving anything away.
That was a bit more
That one landed
substantial,
clean, yeah.
Thornton just ate it, and high guard, disciplined feet, and he's off. Those big looping, the dangerous knee there. He's unorthodox.
He's almost deceptive in his striking, Nick Thornton. As you mentioned, a BJJ brown belt in his own right, but seems to have found a new love for striking, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's not dissimilar to Lawrence in his style. I'm sure they do a lot of training together, so it obviously rubs off on each other. Toby's doing really well in those dirty boxing exchanges, just with those tight hooks. He's landing to the body, into the head look there. He missed that time, and Nick shoots this time. Great knee on the break there from Toby. Good head movement, but fantastic from Nick. He's bringing this fight, and now he's going to look to get top position here. Toby's got the underhook. He's looking for the switch. He's gone back to a more front-on position here. Nick's going to look to drop levels and get behind those knees and take him down. Fantastic result for Nick there.
Great takedown by Thornton.
Good takedown.
Now,
nice elbows, active from the guard, heavy on top. Looking to chop the elbows in. You don't need a lot of distance to do damage with elbows, and Nick's very aware of that, and he's using them wisely here. A nice reversal. Nick's still in a dominant position, but Toby's done well to get off the ground. He's got a good whizzer and a great exchange there.
Well, they separate, and it's centre cage for Thornton once again.
Good to see Nick change it up. It looked like he just wanted to strike, and then he changed the game and caught Toby by surprise and hit an awesome takedown and had some ground control time.
Yeah, absolutely.
15 seconds left in the round as well. Again, a very pertinent time to get that control, and a close round, very even round, and I look forward to the next two.
Well, we've gone back and forth for the better part of 5 minutes in round number 1. Thornton presses the action, looking to close things. www.ufcfightpass.com.
Here we go, round 2. What has this got in store for us?
Let's wait and see, Ben.
Nick's got really good footwork and awareness of where he's in the cage. I mean, he's getting backed up against the cage now. We'll look for some lateral movement, and look, he gets himself out. Great footwork from Nick. Bit of clash of heads there. They're coming together, the heads.
They're not hesitating at all here in the early stages of round 2.
There's that left hook again, and
Absolutely.
Nick immediately pulls his hand up. He's like, oh, I don't want to get hit with too many of them. Fantastic from Nick. And then fires back with a few of his own.
Indeed.
He's got almost like a Thai style guard. It's a bit out in front of him.
Nice and high.
Nice and high. I'd like to see Toby go into the body. I do like a body shot. It's amazing the amount of punishment a human can take to the head, but one well-placed liver shot and it's all over. So I'm a big advocate of that. And maybe that's something Toby can start looking for with that left hook.
Well, let's see if he...
Good level change overhand right, lovely.
Beautiful work there from Thornton. Let's see if Meech can utilise your advice, Ben.
You can see the feinting game makes people hesitate. It's really clever the way these guys use it. And Lawrence and Nick, and we saw Kane on the undercard, very good at using it. And it's just sowing that little bit of seed of doubt.
Yes.
And there's another beautifully tight, but Toby's on the neck again. He just missed the grip.
Well,
there's the reversal, and that's deep on the neck. And if Toby can maintain top position, he loves these front head positions.
Back and forth they go, Ben.
This is one of Toby's favourite spots to be. He might look to leave it now. Nick's got control of both legs. That's very smart from Toby there. And Nick is defending superbly. He's obviously an extremely talented jiu-jitsu guy. All his defence has been spot on.
Yeah, you can see the experience really shining through for Thornton.
And again, for Toby, he doesn't want to stay here for too long and just absorb this position and let the round whittle itself away.
Yes.
You know? He's next to the cage. If he can start walking the cage with his hips, creating some scrambles, look for some space, look to get back up. And for Nick, he wants to square Toby up to cage like he's just done, butt his head up, make it uncomfortable, and start landing some shots. Looking for those elbows that he had success with in the first round. Looks like Toby might be looking to set up a triangle here, just with that inside tie on the bicep. But he's also preventing Nick from doing any damage. Here's that triangle that we've been talking about.
You called it.
Nick's obviously spotted it, and he's come over, blocked the leg, and he's looking to progress to half guard. But a good job from Toby retaining some sort of guard here. Good shots from Nick there. He's on the neck now.
Well, this is a better round for Thornton.
Toby needs to... his leg is... I didn't see his leg was caught. But he's going to look to build his base again. He doesn't want Nick to get behind him here. So it's important he stays disciplined against the cage. Use the cage. Oh, he's under
He's got to be careful here, Ben.
I think Toby's shoulder might have gone again. I can't see from this angle where that choke is.
Oh, man. Oh, this is close. This is not where you want to be if you're Toby Meech. Thornton...
Well, he's done well to tough it. But this is where we saw Toby with James Sargison.
Yes.
He's not going to tap.
No. It was a dogfight with Sargison. This one, is almost just as grueling, Ben.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, this is obviously the way Toby likes to do it. Nick doing a phenomenal job here of control from the back, and he'll be wondering how he's not got either of them chokes that he's had on so far in that little exchange there. But he's going to look to flatten Toby out. He's got his hand under the chin again.
He's a tough man.
Oh, beautiful. He threw the shot and then switched the other hand straight underneath the chin. But Toby's onto it at the moment, but I mean, this is like one of those matter of time things.
Yes.
When you stay on the back for long and you're switching and switching and switching, it's only one mistake you're waiting for. So it's really vital here that Toby manages to get Nick off his back somehow, turn. I'd even take mount from here just for a break on the neck, try and get half guard, try and improve to a better position.
And this is taxing for Meech, isn't it? Look at Thornton. Look at these transitions, Ben.
Yeah, look, Toby's been here before. That's the positive, and there's only 14 seconds left in the round. But a very dominant round again for Nick.
Well,
and a lot of work to do for Toby in round number 3.
Oh, absolutely. He should make it out of round 2. But I won't speak too soon. He does so. Round 3. It's that old story of risk versus reward. He's got no choice, does Toby Meech, says his head coach, Ben Vickers. No doubt Ryan Gray would have given him the same message. But if Nick Thornton has anything to say about that, he'll be looking to make a statement here in round 3, looking for City Kickboxing's first win here at Eternal 66. And you can almost see the confidence has risen for Thornton. He's almost looking as smooth as he did in round 3 as he did in round number 1, Ben.
Yeah, his movement's fantastic. I'm really impressed by the movement of Nick Thornton. And his level changing. It's so smart to use such a simple thing in MMA, but it are so many questions, the level change. Am I going to shoot on you? Am I going to hit you in the body? Am I going to come up and throw an overhand? Am I tricking you? And it's all that by just bending the knees slightly. That's it. And for me, again, like Toby's pressuring him and showing that he needs to throw some shots. But the feints get you not wanting to do that. It's such a smart strategy and such a smart skill.
Most definitely.
Good jab there from Toby. And look, you can see how high Nick's hands go. I'd love to see him like threaten with the jab and just go to the body and just hit one under. There's space under those elbows for a body shot. And I'm sure Ryan and Josh Deller are calling for that. It's one thing calling for it and another thing finding the and the fact that Nick moves his feet all the time. It's hard to get a bead on someone like that.
Well, he got caught coming in there, did Nick Thornton. He acknowledges with a smile, which usually means that one landed.
Yeah, and look, Toby's still got 3.5 minutes to work, so there is time, but not much. So he needs to start up in the tempo. If there's any gas left in the tank, this is the time to expend it.
Most definitely.
And let's throw some heat. And as for Nick, he should get back on his bike and just move around, pick him off from the outside like he's had success with, and then start hunting that takedown and that top position dominance. Good jab from Toby there. Nice movement from both boys there. Yeah, all the shots in that exchange missed.
Yeah, both of them just gliding out of the way of each other there.
And here we go. This is where Nick's had a lot of success up against the cage. But the reason being for the most of his takedowns is Toby's hunting chokes.
Yes.
And if you miss the choke, you often end up in a compromised position. So I wonder what his strategy is going to be here, Meech, whether he's going to decide to look for the neck or he's just going to look to disengage and maybe do his own work on the takedowns. Phenomenal output from Nick. This is hard work, grinding against the cage like this. And as you'd expect from a City Kickboxing student, great conditioning.
Oh, absolutely.
As well as the skill set that goes with it.
Most definitely.
But, Toby's showing conditioning of his own. This, again, is another grueling fight. They're exchanging knees to the midsection there. Nick looks like he's having the time of his life.
He's enjoying himself in there. You talk about conditioning. No doubt Nick Thornton would credit those Sunday spider sessions at City Kickboxing.
Yeah, absolutely. Legendary things that they are.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Toby having some success on the feet this round. It's a much better round for Toby, this. Ooh, good hard shots there.
It's better from Toby. He's more active in round 3.
I'd like to see him following up on that now and just let it all go, He's dipping his head to, to the left there. I would like a kick on that. And again, he's deep on the neck. Is he going to risk it? Or is he just going to look to not get taken down this round?
Well, as you said, Ben, he's been unsuccessful so far in rounds 1 and 2.
The timing's fantastic from Nick, though.
Yes.
Minutes ago in the round, if he grounds him here and keeps him there like he's done for the rest of the for rounds 2, as he did in round 2,
yes,
you've got to imagine that he's going to get the decision. But Toby's doing a great job this time of keeping him up, and with 48 seconds to go, you know, in a round that you'd probably say Meech has done the more work in, is this enough to eke out that cage control time, and in the eyes of the judges just be seen to be doing enough to control the round? I mean,
thank goodness we're not judging, because they've definitely made them work tonight. I'll tell you what.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's
well, here we go. We're going to have 30 seconds of fun here, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, get ready, strap yourself in.
I want to see Toby throw caution to the wind here. If I was Nick, just a bit of movement and poking the jab out and throwing those kicks that he's been doing so successfully throughout the fight.
Final 10 seconds of round number 3.
He's clipped him there, and here we go. Toby can't stand off.
Both men deciding they...
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of back and forth action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores this contest 29-28 to the red corner. Judge 2 scores this contest 28-29 to the blue corner. And Judge 3 scores this contest 29-28 for your winner via split decision in the red corner, Lerone Toby Meech. Here with your winner and back in the win column, Lerone Toby Meech. Toby, congratulations on an extremely hard-fought victory over an incredibly tough opponent in Nick Thornton there. This is your first victory inside the Eternal Cage under the Scrappy MMA banner. You moved from Brisbane to Perth late last year to train specifically at Scrappy. Tell us what motivated that decision and how it's been affecting your fight career so far.
You know, I've met Ben a few times and really got on with him. Saw some of the boys out the back at one of the Eternal shows, and I just saw how they worked as a team, and it just really resonated with me, and decided to sort of take the plunge and make the move. My wife sort of helped me make the decision, so thank you very much to her. I wouldn't be standing here right now with my hands raised if it wasn't for her as well. So.
Oh, what a lovely shout. I'm sure she's very proud of you. Now, coming into this fight, your opponent had the grappling advantage on paper, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt, but you're no stranger to grappling yourself, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt. Now, in the second round, we had some tight submission attempts. There was a couple of rear nakeds under the neck. Just how tight were those submissions, and what was going through your mind?
Yeah, they were very tight. I mean, to be honest, when you share the mats with the great Rod Costa, you get put in those positions a lot. So it was kind of just a normal day in the office, stay calm, fight the hands, and look for the opportunity to get out. But yeah, very, very tough, very strong opponent. Hard fight, man, yeah.
A very hard fight, but an exciting one, and a nice shout out for Eternal Featherweight Rod Costa there. Now listen, Toby, you win or lose, you bring 100% to every single one of your fights. You're incredibly exciting to watch. You now move to 4-2 as a professional. We have 3 more cards before the end of the year, before the end of August for Eternal. Do you have a name as to who you want to face next inside the Eternal Cage?
No, man, I don't care. At the end of the day, it's up to Ben and Cam. I know money's been tight for everyone watching here today. You guys don't come here to watch boring fights, so I come here and I try and put on a good show for you guys and make it worth your time. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Toby Meech. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your winner, Lerone Toby Meech.